Hey guys, I am doing a lot of videos on YouTube, and even though I feel like I've talked about everything, I get asked the same questions over and over again, and it's always, it's not always the exact same questions, but it's oftentimes just people being very, very worried about their weight gain and thinking they're the only ones experiencing this and that nobody has experienced such a bad overshoot like them, and they want to know like how long it took just so that they can look forward to when it's gonna end and blah blah blah. And so for me, I think it's very difficult to talk about that because it's just so individual and it's the amount of time that it takes until you recover just depends on how willing you are to let go of your fear of weight gain. It's nothing else, because everything in recovery depends on whether you're still scared of weight gain and whether you're acting on your fear, or whether you are okay with letting go and just really taking recovery seriously. And I would say if you really take it very seriously, you completely try letting go of your ED, then within 1 year you're completely recovered and you lost your overshoot weight. But let me tell you, usually that doesn't happen like that. Usually it takes much longer because you need so much time to understand how good recovery is, how huge the advantages of being recovered and happy are over being skinny is or are. I'm sorry, I'm so confused right now. And so usually the longest time in recovery, you're just trying to figure out how to let go of this fear. You're experimenting in different ways where you can still hold on to the control until you realize that to really recover you need to let go of that, because it just doesn't serve any purpose. I'm sorry, my friends are distracting me right now because they're texting all the time. And so for me, it took over a year to really realize how recovery works and to really let go. And this year included like some months of quasi recovery and some months of really trying and giving my best, but still like not getting there because I was still to some extent holding on to the control. And when I mean like completely letting go of your fear of weight gain, it means that you are okay with laying in your bed all day, stuffing your face with Nutella and cereal and Coke and whatever, not moving, and still be fine and not worrying. And that's, or maybe you are worrying but you still do it. So that's for me what you should do in recovery. It's just completely resting as much as you can and eating as much as you can and exactly what you want, and not like try to eat some whatever healthy stuff that's not what you're craving. Of course, sometimes you will crave traditionally healthy things, but then it is about not letting your actions be controlled by your disordered thoughts, or like by, it doesn't even have to be disordered. Even if you are not doing what your stomach is requesting, but you're doing maybe what your friends would see as healthy, or what society would deem as good or as great or productive, you need to really distance yourself from all of that. And also things like trying to distract yourself by going out and blah blah blah, even though like in reality the only thing you want to do is be at home and watch YouTube videos and eat, then you should do what you actually want and what is actually right for you in recovery, and that you also after recovery. And I think getting to that point, because in recovery, oftentimes you think whatever you're doing now is a lot better and it's completely normal, but actually, looking from an outside perspective, it's still disordered. So you really have to work through all of those little behaviors and decisions that you're taking that are not what you actually, or what your body actually will want you to do, but what is still from your disordered thinking. I know my English just sucked, but I don't know why I struggle so much to talk. Because I'm like with my head all over the place. I'm gonna tell you why. This weekend we have a camp, and so I just printed out our plans for like the little programs with the kids, and then I'm planning on doing this as an oil painting for my dad. And then my friends keep texting, and even though I put the focus mode on the iPhone, it still appears on my laptop, so I'm just so confused. I'm sorry. But yeah, again, recovery is all about figuring out what you truly want and what is actually influenced by diet culture, by your disordered thinking, and to separate yourself from all of those influences and really understand what you truly want and what you truly feel like, and what is truly helpful to you and good to you, and then focus on doing that. And then at the beginning, it's not going to be a balanced lifestyle or a balanced life at all. What is going to happen is that you will be very extreme in relaxing and eating a lot, and you will think like, what the fuck, but if I live like that, I'm not going to be healthy because I'm like not moving enough and I'm eating too much and I'm not eating healthy and balanced, blah blah blah. But that's normal in recovery. In recovery, your body, whereas before it moved so much and it ate so little that the energy was like that, in order to get to this level, you first need to really give it all and completely save up every energy, or your body, by not moving and eating a lot, that in the end you end up in like a balanced curve, and that balanced curve is going to be after 2 years or 3 years. It's not going to be immediate. I think I'm still also like figuring out things. I eat I'm not very balanced in eating. I still eat very like much more sweets and stuff like that than the average person, but still, like, I'm craving very normal things, and I'm craving everything from veggies to Nutella to cereal to hamburger. Like, it's just everything, and I have energy. I have also days and moments where I'm super tired and just want to sleep, and then that's what I do. And so nothing will ever be a complete constant, but in order to get to more or less a constant, you need to be extreme in your recovery, and you need to be extreme in resting and in eating. So really, don't be stressed that you're gonna be like that for the rest of your life. The only reason why you would be like that for the rest of your life, if you keep on having small restrictions that end up making you binge, or you know what I mean. Like, if you behave normally and you listen to your body, you will not struggle with binge eating, because during the whole day you just eat whatever you want, so your body doesn't even come up with the desire to binge because it gets what it wants anyway. And so really, if you follow through with recovery and you do exactly what your body requires from you, then you will end up being a very balanced, normal, and happy person. But during recovery, you will struggle a lot, and that's normal. And you're not the only one who gained like 30-40 kilograms of whatever weight. That's also normal, like to overshoot a lot. I also overshot by a lot. So yeah, and stop calling everything overshoot, because it's better to let go of this thought of overshoot. Of course, for me, it also stayed in the back of my mind, but it didn't influence my decisions. I still ate everything I wanted, even though I thought like, oh my god, I'm way too big, blah blah blah. But the important thing is that you just accept it. You don't have to love the way you look, but you should accept, I'm sorry, you should accept that whatever weight you are at, that's okay, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. I'm so confused. The printer is going crazy. But yeah, that was a blah 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 of whatever I came up with right now. Again, I don't like talking about exact times, like it took me so long to lose my overshoot, because in the end it depends a lot on whether you're letting go of your fear of weight gain and of your restrictive behaviors. Because if you keep restricting, you will not make any progress at all. You need to let go of those restrictions. So yeah, bye bye guys.